It's Wednesday, April 17th, 2024. Been a minute since I've done a video. A whole bunch of stuff is happening. I just haven't really felt the need to publicize a whole bunch of it. Uh, I've had a couple job interviews. They went fantastic, but I always feel like my job interviews go fantastic. Uh, they're usually with very friendly people doing very friendly meetings. Uh, and he's got to rub his face on it. No, come here. Uh, but I'm hopeful. One of them said that they're going to decide by Friday and have emails out to everyone. The one that I did this week said that they'll be next Friday. So that's the order that I want them to actually tell me that they want me, because the first interview was for a better paying job, doing stuff that I'm very familiar with doing. Um, but they're highly competitive positions, so they're interviewing a bunch of people for all these spots. Still going pretty quickly with my contract work. I got some meetings about that today. Um, last Monday, in fact, was the last time I was on the treadmill, and I is that where you okay, goodbye. Love you. Last week I was on the treadmill. I did a 14-minute and 45-second mile. That was fantastic. I think that's the fastest personal best I've ever done. Um, has personal record. I think serious runners call those PRs. Um, and then this Monday, so 2 days ago, I tore up the remains of the deck in my backyard. Well, I removed the 15 boards that were rotting and falling apart using the most manly tool that I've ever purchased, which is a 4 foot crowbar that it weighs about 10 pounds. So you feel like you're doing something every time you pick it up and do something with it. It's fantastic. Really makes you feel like you're doing something. I did unfortunately find a couple ants' nests in the rotting wood. Um, I think they were more opportunistic than they were directly targeting that wood there, because it's a 30-year-old deck at this point, almost 40-year-old deck. So that's why they were in there. But I think I'm going to have to replace the couple of posts that were affected by them. Unfortunately, these were posts that were sunk in concrete, so I'm going to have to figure out how to dig that up, and if I want to sink it back into concrete or not. I really don't know. I don't have money right now to actually pay for the wood to replace it, but it was getting to a point that it really needed to be taken down, because the it was just the deck boards is all I took off. I think that it was starting to retain enough moisture that was going to start affecting the frame underneath. But I think that the frame is still viable for another, I don't know, like 10, 20 years. But I'm going to have to eventually get a thing, get the deck boards replaced. It should only cost about 100, $150 for the supplies, for the wood and then the stain and all that jazz. But today I am going to be going to the hazardous waste disposal facility that is as far as you can get away from my house and still be in Tallahassee. It's all the way out on the parkway, like on the very edge of the city limits, which I guess makes sense. Have it far enough away from people, but I have a can full of gas that's like 4 years old, and what I want to do is dispose of that gas responsibly, um, and then get more gas and pressure wash my house, which I haven't done that in about 3 or 4 or 5 years. So my house will be looking all nice and blue, very blue. And today is also comic book day. I've already done the social media post for the one book that's coming out that I'm interested in, and the groups that I'm in. Trying to drive traffic to that Star Trek book club website. which is self-sustaining at this point with the Amazon stuff, and then the like the $2 that I make on Google Ads. Honestly, I don't think they're worth the hassle that they're giving me on the site itself, because there's just like banner ads everywhere, and I don't like the experience. I'm sure no one visiting the site likes that experience, but it's got to pay for itself somehow. And traffic will pay for itself with ads, with the ads, and then the affiliate stuff. Like you can never depend on that affiliate income, but that's where the better money is. I don't know. I need like a wealthy patron to come along and just adopt me. That's what I need to do. But I think that's it for today. I don't have any more interviews lined up. I do have 1,000 online applications, but I really haven't heard back from too many of those. So I don't know. It's discouraging, but it is what it is. Um, Find me on the internet. Say something. Prove that you're alive.